Katsuki was a straightforward guy. If he hated someone, he would tell them something was pissing him off, then he'd be honest about it. Except, this time, he had no idea what to say. There were too many things to say, and they were all confusing and very vague, and he was horrible with emotions. How could he tell you that when you smiled at him, he felt like his heart was about to burst? How could he tell you that no, you weren't only better than those extras, but you were even better than him? You were smart, kind when he never could be, and amazing on your own. And even if he hated to admit it, sometimes he feared that you'd be stronger than him. But if he was going to be honest, even if you were, he wouldn't mind it that much. He inhaled deeply, staring at the ceiling, thinking that maybe if he told you, it wouldn't be such a bad idea. If he did, then, at the very least, he'd know where this was going to end. And maybe it wouldn't be too bad, after all. Right? Besides, he was curious, and if you weren't into him, then he'd rather know it fast, so you could get over it. You and Bakugou used to spar a lot, much to his pleasure. You two would chat about your day. As you fired an attack at him, he dodged and aimed for a punch. It was a fun, friendly spar, and you had promised to be careful, so he would actually enjoy it and not spend his time going easy on you out of sheer concern. It had taken you both an hour before you two felt the fatigue start to set in, but you were having too much fun to stop. You let out a giggle as he knocked you to the ground, his arms pinning you down. Fine, I give up. You win. You looked up at him, a relaxed grin on your face that heavily contrasted the current position you were in, as you both breathed heavily, sweat dripping down your faces. And you couldn't help but stare at you in wonder for a few moments, and as if moving on its own, his hand cupped your cheek and made a light blush tint your face. Bakugou, you tilted your head, staring up at him, and he opened his mouth, trying to finally get those words out, even if they felt like doors in his throat. Elan. And just as he was about to talk, Kaminari burst in. Kachan, aren't you supposed to be with Kurashima? Didn't you have a study session? Kaminari tilted his head, confused. Bakugou, though, immediately got up, and you sat up quickly, the blush on your face only getting brighter. Kaminari stopped, glancing between the two of you, before laughing. I didn't know you were doing that together. Don't space, I swear to God. Fine, sorry. You huffed, looking away. We were just training. What gave you that idea? He raised an eyebrow. Well, you have to look like you're training first. He chuckled, having been a victim of reading Ashido's fanfics. You could tell exactly where this was going. Bakugou growled, and Kaminari put his hands up. "Are you coming to study then?" he asked, looking towards Bakugou. He looked a bit hesitant, then nodded casually, as if trying to wave off all the emotions that spiraled down in both his heart and mind. And that's how his first attempt went. A complete failure at the hands of a dumb Pikachu. Perhaps this was a sign from the universe, a sign that maybe he should wait. Yes, waiting sounded good. That was what he told himself. And that was what he believed when he got out of bed at 1 in the morning to grab a cup of water. And that was exactly what he forgot when he saw you sitting on the couch and scrolling through your phone. He marched over to you, rubbing the back of his neck. "Were you up?" You smiled, fidgeting, as you looked over to the balcony. Not sleepy yet. Besides, the sky looked beautiful today. I don't want to miss out. He huffed fondly, sitting next to you. You were more beautiful, his mind said. But he didn't have to say it out loud. You leaned against him, letting out a yawn. "You know, I always get sleepy when I hug someone. Maybe we can hug?" Either fate was on his side, or it was taunting him. He nodded, swallowing thickly as he buried your face into his shirt, and he wrapped his arms around you. You watched as your eyes closed, and how your body moved as you breathed against him, the moonlight illuminating you like you were an angel. And to him, that's exactly what you were. He opened his mouth, trying to get the words out, but it was too perfect. You were so pretty, asleep in his arms, and so warm and at peace. And he couldn't. He didn't want to ruin this. So he wouldn't do it right now. "Good night," he forced out, and you smiled. "Good night, Bakugou." He didn't sleep that day, and it wasn't like he expected to, as he was flooded by thoughts of you, like you were the only being in this universe. And that's when he knew it was time to simply get it out and rid himself of all those messy feelings. So there he was, knocking at your dorm room, a bouquet of your favorite flowers in hand, and a light blush tinting his cheeks. You opened the door, smiling cheerfully. "Hey, Bakugou." He rubbed the back of his neck. Your smile, so good and bright, that he couldn't help but reflect that. With a smaller one of his own, he took a deep breath. It was now or never. "Look, Ryan, I like you." Your face went red at his very straightforward confession, and you could see the bouquet poking out from behind. You grinned, wrapping your arms around him. "I like you too. So much, Katsu." The small smile on his face turned to a smirk as he ruffled your hair. "So, wanna go on a date?" "Hell yes."